Hey guys, welcome to TCTN. Thank you for being here. My name is Dion. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. Chapstick time. You know this. My skin has been so dry lately, and I did go back to using the Dr. Dennis Gross Stress Relief or something moisturizer because my skin loved it months and months and months ago, like last summer. And I think now it's not really working for me. My skin has been like super dry. And I noticed today, actually the other day when I was doing my foundation, it used to be where I would use and scrape off everything on here to use it. I'm using less foundation and my face is feeling dry. It feels okay, but as soon as I put powder on, especially around this area here, it just feels so dry. And so I'm pretty sure it's my skincare. And I did exfoliate last night, and I did do just a soothing mask today because I started using a different sunscreen, and every sunscreen lately breaks me out. And so my forehead has been a mess. I'm trying to get that cleared up. So anyway, we're going to do, I was going to put my primer on, that's why I was wiping the oils off my eyes. We're going to do two looks today with the Natasha Denona Sunset palette, one look on each eye because I want to show you how similar these colors are. And the colors are, I'll just point to them when I use them because it's going to take me a while to be like, okay, which one is it? This, that. So we're going to go ahead and prime our eyes and we're going to jump in. What I'm going to use for my brow bone highlight are the Beauty Blender Wing It eyeliner brushes. For the tear duct area, I'm going to be using the Real Techniques Instapop crease brush. So I have one brush for each color. The first quarter of my lid, we're going to use the same color. So we're just using this one brush because that color blends in with the other two colors that we're using. This is a Real Techniques Instapop shade brush. So that's what that one is. For the second quarter of our lid, we're going to be also using Real Techniques Instapop crease brushes. And so yes, I do have 4. So each shade gets its own brush. For the third quarter of the lid, we're going to be using Makeup Forever Straight and Wavy brush number 234. And this is what those look like. And these are the same. For our outer corner and our crease, we're going to be using Scott Barnes number 63 brush. So this is what we're using for that. I'll try to remember to list them below. For right now, we're going to go ahead and prime our eyes. Fenty eyeshadow primer, of course. We're going to blend that out as usual with the Sephora Pro Stippling Concealer brush number 52. I forgot to mention I do have on almost a full face. Brows, my foundation primer, beauty oil concoction. For under my eyes today, I used the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer in number 13, which is cream caramel. Lightly set under my eyes with the Lancome Long Time No Shine powder. The center of my face, the Fenty setting powder in honey. And the perimeter of my face, I used the Fenty setting powder in nutmeg. And because I forgot to put on blush, I also brushed nutmeg onto my outer cheek area. And so that's everything that's on my face right now. What I did with the colors that look similar, and I did a video that I will upload before this one, so you may have seen it. If not, I'll link it below. Swatching the colors that on my eyelid looks the same. And so those are the colors that we're going to be using today. One set on one eye, one set on the other eye, just so we can see if they really do look the same. Also, what I did was, because some of the colors did have a darker tone, the darker tone colors are going to be on one look and the lighter tones are going to be on the other look. But I'm just curious to see how similar will they look, or even if there's a slight difference, or one does look a little more neutral, one looks a little more deeper. If you did one look one day and a completely different look the next day, would anybody be able to tell that it's not the same eyeshadow look? So that's the purpose of what we're doing today. So this is going to be eye number 1, And what's going to remind me is I have a Fenty Snap Shadow in number 1. So I'm sitting that on that side because I get easily confused. So eye number 1 and eye number 2, and also I have the colors and everything typed out, well not typed out, but written out, so I know what's going where. So for eye number 1, we're going to take Ice Gold, which is this shade here, as our brow bone highlight. And I am really hoping I don't confuse myself and just mess up this experiment. So this is our brow bone highlight. So that brush is going away, and we're going to take Sundazed, where am I pointing? This shade here with the clean one, and we're going to use this as a brow bone highlight on eye number 2. This shade does not show up on my lid hardly. All you see is a little sparkle. And so I've said to myself, let me just try it as a brow bone highlight. Okay, so both of those brushes are going away. For the tear duct area for look number 1 with this brush, we're going to take Mandarin, which is this shade here, in the tear duct area. And we're going to wrap it underneath. Now that brush is going to go away. And we're going to take a clean one and go into Morgana, this shade down here. And that's going to go, oh, this one is very different. Okay, I'm hoping that I will really learn something new doing this experiment, that maybe these looks will be completely different, even though when I swatched them and when I wore them right on my lid, they looked similar. Okay, all right, we're going to put that brush away. We're going to go into Aubade, this color here, and this is going to go on the first quarter of both of our eyes. This is a crumbly color. It is a chroma crystal, but some of the other chroma crystals are not this crumbly. Is that a word? And this is almost a barely there shade on me as well. Yeah. Can you see it? I don't. So that brush is going to go away. We're going to take Bronzage, this color here, and that's going to go on eye number 1. This one. So that's kind of going in the center. So we're tapping this on and also tapping to blend in between those two colors. We're going to put that brush away. We're going to take a clean one and we're going to go into Atmosphere, this shade here. I like this shade. Very neutral, but I like the tone of it. Maybe because it shows up more than the other ones. So we're going to put that brush away. We're going to take Horizon, this shade here, on the outer corner. Well, the outer third, I guess, or outer fourth or third quarter of this eye. So we're going to press that in. And we're going to use the tip of the brush. Oh, look at all this kick up in the pan from that shade. Did you see that? So I'm going to scoop some of that up. And we're going to put that under the lower lash line, the center of the lower lash line area. I'm going to put that brush away, and then we're going to go into Sinai, which is this shade here. I like this brush, and this is going to go here. We're going to press it on and tap in between where they meet. This one and Horizon are both creamy mattes. The rest of them were chroma crystal or metallic. And we're going to take the tip of it like we did with Horizon and put that right here, the center area of the lower lash line. I'm going to put that brush away. We're going to take Terra, this shade here. That is going to go in the outer corner over here on eye number 1. And we're going to gently sweep it into the crease area. Oh, I like how this brush is doing that. I like how that's creating this line right here. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it either. And so I'm feathering this upward just to blend it. And I like how that's blending that too. This is one of the creamy matte shadows, which I love this formula. And so we're still just sweeping and blending lightly. Look at that. Oh, wow. I am liking what this is doing. I need to use this brush more often. And we're going to put that on the outer portion of our lower lash line. And we are connecting it from way over here. I am liking that. So we're going to put that brush down. And then we're going to go into Vulcano, which is this shade right here. And that's going to go in this area. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to sweep it upward to blend it and go lightly over. And we're sweeping that over. I did not add any more color just now to the brush. We're just dragging that over. I'm liking how that's doing that. And then we're just going to lightly, very lightly, just keep feathering it and sweeping to blend that out. And we're going to go straight into that color and put that down here. Because I have this extra space up here, I'm going to take a clean blending brush, no shadow on it whatsoever. This is a Fenty blending number 210, and we're going to go into Bermuda, this light pink shade here, and we're going to blend this out. Dipping it again. I'm going to take my other one, this is the one we just used, and we're going to dip into that same color with the clean one, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. So this side, this line doesn't look as harsh to me, and that's because the tone of this crease color was not as deep as this one. But I still felt like there was too much blank space up here. And I could have taken the crease color up farther, which is what I've been practicing doing. Sometimes it works and sometimes old habits die hard. So these are the two looks. I think I did everything. This is look number one. So this is look number one. And this is look number two. I like them both. But the question remains, I like how this inner corner popped. The question remains, if you did this look one day and did this one the very next day, would anybody really notice it's two completely different looks? That's the question. I really like them both. I do like the brightness of this one, but I also like the deepness of this one. So let me know what you think. And I do know what I think, that this shade I put in the first quarter barely showed up, and I do believe it blended into both of these shades here. I did notice a difference, a slight difference with that third shade. The most difference I saw was with the crease shade. So if I used this crease color on this side, would that even make them look more the same? You see what I mean? Because the colors are so similar. But I do really like both of these looks. I'm glad that I did this experiment. I am liking this palette. What else can I say? I do like this, but in a way it's kind of throwing me off. Because it's just like, just there, where this one kind of blends in. And so, you know what I want to do? Which brush did I use for that? This one. This was the one. And so what I'm going to do is do this. Since that shade here didn't show up anyway. And this may help me like it even more instead of just that one blob of brightness in the corner. That really didn't help. Okay. Okay, baby, I don't know. I don't know. I like this shade, I really do. This is a dual chrome. I thought it was a chroma crystal, and I was gonna say it's not performing like a chroma crystal. Okay, I do like that better. Like when I look down, I like how that gradient of color goes over to the side. And so you know what I'm gonna do? I know y'all, I'm just losing my mind here. The brush that we used for this inner corner. And so we're gonna take this and sweep this over. And Morgana is also a dual chrome. Yay, for picking the same finishes. And so we're gonna sweep this over. I like that better because Aubade, this shade here, didn't show up on my skin tone. So I might just pop that one out because what purpose does it serve if you can't even see it? I feel like I'm gonna start to babble. So let me know, look number 1, or do you prefer look number 2? And if you saw one on me one day and the other on me on the other day, would you really notice it was 2 different looks? That's the question. Especially when I'm looking straight and all you see is this pop of brightness right here. Like other than that, I'm really gonna go. I'm just excited because I like both of these, and you'll see me in the next video. I realized I didn't put on a lip, so we're gonna do the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Hot Chocolate. I'm not gonna do mascara. My allergies are still horrible and my eyes have been tearing and itching horribly, and so this is the finished look.